Okay, guys, what's everyone doing this evening? I want everyone to meet Brian.
What's up, everybody?
He's tech at Shenandoah Music. And I told you guys that we were going to do this. So tonight, it's all about you all. Capitalize on Brian being here. I mean, he does tech work for a living. So any questions that you have, let's say maybe you in your area there's no tech and you want to know how he got in it, it may be the tools that he uses that he if he had to go down to a bare necessity tool starting out, these are kind of questions. We can also ask him, what's the worst guitar you've ever seen? And keep in mind, he works in a store, so we're all about finding good instruments and companies that constantly deliver good products. So I think he can tell you that kind of stuff. I'm going to double check the wing, make sure Linnell is unmuted. Okay, honey, you want to talk and make sure you're working?
Everybody saying hello.
Okay, we do hear Linnell. I apologize. I'm going to say up front, guys, I'm going to apologize. We still have a little bit of a popping issue coming in on the wing rack. I have done everything I can to rectify the problem, but there's still an issue. We may end up having to go back to the AG08 to fix it until money allows me to either update my computer or I get somebody over here that's familiar with Behringer that can go through my system and tell me what I'm doing wrong. So we're waiting on the first question. Um, Now, I think I said this before. When I bought my Fender FMT, I paid Shenandoah, and this man set it up for me. You guys kind of give me a hard time on that, and you're like, why would you pay someone else to set up your guitar? There's a time when you buy an instrument, you kind of do the work and you lose something. You lose that bond to the instrument. So when I went in, I said, I want this guitar. I want him to set it up, and I haven't touched the guitar. And it's nice to be able to go into a store, tell somebody what you want, and it's done. And you don't have to mess with it. I mean, the point in buying an instrument is you're buying it, it's what you want, it's right. You take it home, you jam on it. I don't have to put it on the workbench, I don't have to do anything. So I guess we'll just start out. What do you think? Well, first, how many years have you been doing tech?
Uh, I don't want to say how old I am.
Well, I'm pretty old, so
I started diving into it a little bit when I was around 16 years old.
16.
Yeah, I'm 40. I'll be 43 this year.
All right, I'm gonna. Were you in a band and you just couldn't afford to work on your instrument, or did you know guys in a band?
My When I first started playing, the instrument I had was absolute junk. And I'll tell the story real quick. So I went to a pawn shop and bought this guitar, and I couldn't even tell you the brand that it was on the headstock. So it was a semi hollow body. It was red. It was beautiful. And I wasn't thinking that. I was like, oh, great, check this out. And I bought it and went home and I tried to play it. Well, the strings were literally this high off the
It's in
fingerboard.
the next zip code.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there like, man, what's going on with this thing? It's like there's no way that these folks I'm studying, like Tony Iommi and such, there's no way they're playing on guitars like this. I had no idea what I was looking at, what anything did. I just knew that there ain't no way. And, there's no way.
Right.
So I started dabbing with it, mess with it, trying to figure out what did what. And I didn't fix it. At the end of the day, I didn't fix it. It is still a piece of junk. So I took it back and got another guitar from the pawn shop. This one played a whole lot better, thank God.
Was
But it
this
was
another hollow body or?
no, it was a Kent Les Paul copy.
Oh, I remember Kent.
Yeah, it was such a cool guitar, and I mean, this thing was beat up too. Like you could tell, whatever story it had a good one probably.
Right.
So I love this guitar. I had it for many, many years. Um, but yeah, and the takeaway from this little story is just because I didn't fix that guitar, that first one, it was kind of the building blocks of learning and understanding how these things are built. And it kind of gives you an idea of what does what. It had a Tune-O-Matic bridge. That thing could have been sunk for all I know. The neck is probably the angle was wrong. Who knows? I wish I had it today so I can,
Go back and look at it.
Yeah, I'd probably still throw it away, but still. But no, that's kind of like where I kind of got started with it, and then from there, of course, playing in bands, gigging out and stuff, having to do regular maintenance on my instruments. Now, like Avery said, when I would buy a new guitar, I didn't do the set work on my own. I took it to a technician and had him do it. I didn't want to get too deep into it and lose that bond. I wanted to keep that bond with that instrument. So his name was Troy. I can't remember his last name, but he worked at KB Music, which you're probably familiar
Oh
with.
yeah.
And anyways, I go to him. He'd pass my guitar off to him, pickups, whatever I was having done to this thing, and he'd take care of that, and I'd go and gig. And two, it's nice when you can focus on just the playing, because when you get into the tech work, it can become an obsession. Like you'll obsess over everything when it comes to your neck relief.
I would never do that.
Yep, and neck relief, the way the strings are laid out, whatever the case is, you hear a little rattle, you know.
Oh, that drives me crazy.
Yeah.
While you're here, I got a guitar it's been driving me freaking nuts. There's a saddle. It sounds like a saddle rattle, but it's not. I don't think it's
That round.
I don't know what the hell it is. It's when I pedal on the string.
Yeah.
And I work on them, and I'll tinker on it. I'm like, oh, I fixed it, and then it comes back. It's like the guitar's haunted or something.
It's messing with you.
Devastator wants to know if Brian is subscribed to the channel.
Oh, this Music and Gear? Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Backwoods Billy says, in his opinion, individual players are fine with Harbor Freight, Temu, Amazon, eBay, Walmart tools. They are not doing tons of stuff. Harbor Freight tools are lifetime warranty.
I'm trying to think on Harbor Freight. I've got, believe it or not, guys, I do have Harbor Freight tools. I have the Pittsburgh. It's the T-handle Allen wrench set that's in, it's metric and standard. And I really like them because it's got the long top on them. I've had those things for 10 years. I have had zero issues with them. I've got, what's the new brand Harbor Freight's carrying? The high-end ratchet
Oh.
sets.
Yeah, it's on the tip of my tongue.
I forget the name. I've got a couple of their sockets. I've got one of their 1/4-inch wrenches. I think Harbor Freight, as long as you know what you're looking for, I think it's fine. I will say this: I do welding and stuff, and their composite discs for the angle grinders and stuff. Yeah, they're half the price of a Norton, but they last a quarter of the time.
Okay, you have 3 people that say that you should ask Brian if he'll fix the screw loose on the Schecter.
Oh my God.
Well,
They've been picking on me. I'm gonna grab the Schecter. I'm gonna let you look at the Schecter.
Oh, I'm excited.
Oh my gosh! And I'm pretty sure I have not. These are the factory strings. Now you're gonna laugh at me. All right, guys. Here's the Schecter. So if you look at the screws that they're using
Yeah.
to do the pickup, okay. Yeah, I know it's dirty. That's called my skin.
It's called love.
What ends up happening when you're playing the guitar,
Mhm.
the screws back out and this pickup starts rising and
Okay.
it'll touch the strings. So I either need to, when I put strings on it,
Mhm.
take some CA and drop little toothpicks down in the holes, or drill out the bracket and put larger screws on it. How would you approach it, or is it something else?
Something like this. It's always best to start small and go big. Depending on the issue, obviously. But with what I would do with this guy, actually, when you take the strings off of it, pull the pickup out, I would take a CA and actually drop it into the screw hole itself. I wouldn't add no toothpicks. Just drop CA, let it soak in, and do its thing. Because what happens is that glue goes in, it will swell the wood up.
Okay.
So after it cures, put your pickup back in and see how it does. If it starts to do it again, okay, well, that failed. Well, let's try this. Go ahead and do what you said. Take pickup out.
Toothpick.
Put your I'd probably would go with wood glue, Titebond or whatever your preference is. Titebond original is great, and I would probably start with that. Break your toothpick up in there, let it do its thing, cure. You have to retap your hole and put your screw back in. Now, before I'd put the screws in, I I actually like to use like a type of screw wax as well, because what it does, it kind of puts that barrier in there, allows for easier adjustment,
Right.
takes that friction out, so you're not like really cranking in on it, stripping out your screw
It,
heads.
it has done that since it was new. I'm sitting here playing it, and it's brand new, and I'm like, what the hell's going on with it? And I'm like, there's something wrong with this thing. And I had to literally look at it, and I'm like, oh, the pickup is touching the strings. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just grab the screwdriver. So I tightened it down, and about 2 hours later, it's touching the strings again. And I'm like, I've never had a guitar
That's wild.
that,
And those are those little issues. It's always the little things, I say, that causes the biggest problems. But yeah, that's how I approach that. Like I say, take it slow first and just, put a drop CA in it, because that's probably all it'll need. I don't think you
Right.
have to retap the hole.
but I guess that means the body's just so resonant. It's picking up me, and the body's doing that, and it's literally backing the screw out due to the spring pressure.
I mean,
on the
that's a
pickup.
good possibility, because vibrations will loosen things, set screws and bridges and such, it will back all that stuff out over time. It's like an old school Harley Davidson, those motorcycles. Anybody back then that rode those
Guys, I did not tell him to say that.
hey, I'm just saying how it was. You'd be going down the road, and you had to tighten up some bolts.
Bring your tool set with you.
Yeah, they're great bikes though. So yeah, like I said, that's how I would start with this, go from there, and just kind of take it slow.
Yeah.
But that's a cool guitar though. I love this guitar.
I don't know. Like I said, I walk in. When they told me they were bringing Schecter in, I was kind of like, I expected to see a model like this.
Yeah.
And they never brought it in. And I'm like, I'm looking at at the time they had an Ibanez. I think it was I don't know, it was like $1,600. It had a hard fixed tail bridge on it. And I'm sitting there looking at it going, wow, that Schecter's $50 more
Yeah.
with a Sustainiac. They could bring that in. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's got to be the same audience that's buying that Ibanez that would buy this guitar. And I'm sitting there going, I wonder why. And I get you can't have too many products that beat up on the other product.
Yeah.
But at the same token, maybe you should have that other product because that'll sell the other product, and just have the sacrificial lamb that goes, well, it's better than that Fender, or
Yeah.
it's better than this Gretsch, or
Mhm.
have that model that everyone talks about and go, well, I can get you this guitar, and it has these features at the same price.
Yeah.
I was really disappointed when I heard that they were going to let Schecter go. Hopefully they'll change their mind.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I don't know that much about that part of the business, so to speak. But from my observation of a lot of the instruments that come through the store, it's I don't want to say it's more of your traditional stuff, but like Fender is king.
Yeah.
And it's like that in any music store. It seems like Fender is the king of the store. Of course, Gibson too, if they have Gibson in there, but it's kind of weird though when it comes to smaller stores, because it seems like they don't do as well with Gibson, for example. And not only that, Gibson's tough.
It's the buy-in.
Yeah, the buy-in's crazy.
The buy-in. But I know, see, Fender FMT,
Mhm.
you've got Charvel, EVH, Squire,
Mm-hmm.
Fender. Somebody else know another brand that Fender under their wing. So you got buy-ins on each one of these. And I've spoke to Matt about it. And I'm like, how do you feel about being a store buying from Fender, and then Fender turns around and has an online store,
Mm-hmm.
and they do 20 and 25% discount on the product,
Yeah.
and it's just like $10 or $15 more than the store's cost?
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I kind of think Fender is going to cut out the middleman,
Oh man.
and I think they're going to go online sales.
I mean, it's a possibility because everything's kind of going that route. So you never really, I hate to say it, but you never really know what's going on in the heads of these corporate guys, and they're going to follow the money. So wherever
Well, that means online store.
yeah,
Because think about it. If, I don't know this, guys. Let's say you got $1,000 guitar.
All speculation.
Yeah, it's just speculation. The music store pays, it's usually 35% mark. Okay. So let's pretend they have 700 in it. Well, Fender's making money at selling it to that music store at $700. Well, the music store puts it out for 1,000. So you don't think Fender or Gibson or look at Kiesel. There's a reason why Kiesel doesn't sell to music stores. So Fender turns around, puts that guitar online for $100 less than the advertised map price because they're having a special. It's $900. I was like, well, it's only $100 cheaper. Fender just made $200 more on that guitar versus selling it to the store.
Yep.
They do this a lot. Look right now, what was it? A couple months ago, they had the Hello Kitty guitars, and the stores were selling it at MAP, and then they cut the price. I don't understand Fender.
No, it's a weird transition phase, so to speak, though, because I mean, used to when you went to a music store, that's all you had your options and stuff, and of course, like I said, Fender, Gibson are pretty much king. Um, but now, since technology is starting to become a huge aspect when it comes to sales, and now we got AI on top of it, we
Yeah.
don't have to go there. But they, like I say, at the end of the day, it's all about money. And that's what they're going to follow.
Yeah. Well, the AI, I know there's some guys on here that do the Amazon thing. Amazon has lost 30% of their market share this year. Because if you look, Amazon was doing AI blockers last year because people were see, it used to be people got on Amazon and they looked at it as a shopping cart. They could go on, look at reviews on Amazon for products and stuff like that. Well, no one is going there like they used to 8 years ago. Now you have YouTube, people like me on here, that buy the Amazon guitars and review them. So now people aren't overly going to Amazon to look at that review. So between that and this AI, Google, you type into Google, hey Google, what's the best, mixer that I can get for my kitchen? And Google will list. Well, no one shops on the Amazon to look at the thing. I was just reading an article on that Amazon has lost a tremendous amount of business. That's going to happen across the board. Like he was saying with AI, it's kind of scary. Look at our jingle at the beginning of this thing. Most of that is, 90% of it's AI. That's what the jingle is. It's scary what's going on. We can take it another step. Oh, that's a good question.
Mhm.
Do you think you need a guitar amp nowadays? Is the guitar amp dead? If someone walked in to the store, and
Mhm.
let's say you're not teching today, you're a sales guy, and they wanted an honest opinion, say, I want to buy a guitar, and would you go, yeah, you need a guitar and an amp, or would you do guitar and a little modeler and headphones, or?
Oh man, see, what makes this tough? It all really depends, I guess, on the customer, because you get some folks that really like to stick with analog, and if that's the case, yeah, you definitely need an amplifier, some with a great clean channel, pedal board, and of course I love pedals. I'm a geek when it comes to pedals, man.
See, I told you guys we'd have different opinions.
But the reason why I love pedals, and I'm sorry I'm breaking away from the question for a second,
Yeah.
is just because there's more of a connection when you are individually building this board. It's like you're picking out that chorus or reverb, whatever the case is. But me personally, even though I love pedals, the convenience factor of just say going with like a heck, even just a Line 6 uh, Go, the pod, the pods they got,
Right.
or a Helix. I mean, the tones that you get out of those, it's amazing. And you can just run through that, have an in-ear system, you're good to go. And it's all controlled. I think my biggest problem with some bands that I ain't gonna say, but their on stage presence is so loud that it affects everything that comes out into the crowd. So you can't really hear and understand
My
it.
question is, where are they playing now that they can have a loud stage? Everyone now wants a quiet stage.
And that's the problem. Yep. So a lot of these smaller venues, well, even like Brightbox down here, in Winchester, I love Brightbox, but you put a metal band in there. Ugh. I
That's
mean,
bad.
it's gonna, yeah, it's gonna be so loud. You're not gonna be able to really, I hate to say it, but comprehend what you're listening to.
Right.
But if you start going through with, like I said, these systems, Helix, etc., in-ear systems and everything, then that's more controlled on the stage volume, and you can really get that tone out to the audience through the PA speakers.
I've made a couple comments to guys that watch the stream, and I love my rack mount tube amplifier, guys. I do.
I think it's pretty cool.
I don't want to carry it, but the 4 speaker cabinet's heavy. Just that top part's over 100 pounds. So I got to look at lugging that in, and then I got to put a microphone in it, and it's a tube amp. It's 50 watts. It's not happy unless you turn it up a little bit.
Mhm.
That's what makes it happy. So you're in a small place. It's like what he was saying. It makes it uncontrollable. So now you got a line 6 stomp like I got on the desk over here. Um, he's saying using in ears. I think what I said was come out of the headphone jack to an FRR cabinet or a powered PA speaker, just so you can hear yourself on the stage, and then your outs go right to front of house. You're done.
I actually like that idea.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
You just headphone right to a powered PA speaker. You put it up next to you.
You're good to go.
You're done. You can hear what's going on. Your mains are going out to front of house. It's a quick, easy system. And if your band grows, let's say you got 2 guitar players, you buy 2 powered PA speakers. Okay. Then you want to go to a cabinet and let's say a Seymour Duncan Class D power amplifier to a cabinet. Okay, take your 2 PA powered speakers, turn them into monitors, put them in up front. Now you can monitor the band. It's not a waste of money. You can repurpose that PA driver to other things as you grow. I don't know. I love tubes though. I just don't know if I would. I don't know if I would go this route anymore.
Can
Go ahead, hon.
potentially work says, can the skunk stripe on a Tele Ultra 2 be replaced, or is it cheaper to just get a new neck? There's a hairline crack between the skunk stripe and maple.
As the master answers that, I am going to put the Schecter back on the wall.
And honestly, it's really hard to answer that question without actually seeing it visually. Because if the crack's not bad, then a lot of times the crack can just be repaired. Like I say, it really depends on how bad it is. The skunk stripe itself would have to be routed out, or if not routed out, I should say heated and pulled, and then a new one had to be set in and, of course, shaved down. And if your neck has a finish on it, it would need refinished. So, with the trouble and the money you'd have involved, unless you really love that neck, I'd say get you a neck.
Hold on. I'm going to make a camera adjustment, guys. A little bit of a change. Yeah, didn't you just say that you were fixing a headstock right now at the shop?
Yeah, that's on the classical. Yeah, I can't remember the brand on this thing. It's the first time I've seen this brand. It's a beautiful guitar. But yeah, it has the hairline cracks going down each side of it.
So is it from the nut coming back?
Yeah, and it's like right underneath the fingerboard and coming down through. The beautiful part of that is because one, it's pretty clean. It's still together, so it's not really difficult to get glue in there. Plus, I ain't got to worry about a truss rod.
Right.
So it wasn't really difficult to pump glue down into this thing, clamp it down really good, and well, we'll see what happens after this.
Right. Yeah, I don't, guys, me personally, I got a couple guitars downstairs right now. I was showing Brian earlier that require routing and stuff, but I get so far behind schedule. When you start getting into like what he was saying, putting moisture in the neck and pulling out a skunk stripe, and then you're going to replace it. Now it has to reacclimate. You got to dry it. Anytime I do stuff like that, people kind of ask me, like Chip's guitar, when we redid the neck on that guitar, I cut the neck down on that Schecter to, it was like, that guitar is stupid thin, and the neck goes crossways to it. I kept that guitar here for so long because I wanted to make sure the neck was going to be stable and right for him. When you make that much of a change on a neck, sometimes it can really freak out. Um, and maybe that's just lack of experience on my end. I don't want to take that guitar and give it to a customer, and then 2 months later he brings it back. Well, why did it do this? Well, now it's dried, you know, and your repair now, you've got a seam, so those two dissimilar materials can dry or contract and expand differently. And when we're doing reviews, I'm always touching the two different dissimilar woods. If they're not dried evenly, it's going to leave a line there, and you're going to, especially on the back of the neck, you're going to feel it. So whenever I do a repair like that, I like to let it set. Then I work on the guitar, I sand it out, I put tried and true on it, and I actually like to let it set for 2 or 3 weeks. It makes sure it's going to stay. I don't know how you feel about it.
Well, whenever you marry two pieces of wood like that together, there's always a chance of, even if you shave it down, like say for example that skunk stripe, that it still may raise a little bit. Because going back to what I said earlier, when you add glue to wood, it swells a little bit. You see what I'm getting at? It's
Right.
because you're adding moisture content to the wood, it will swell, and it could just be just a little bit. It might be nothing major that you can just sand out, but still, it's something that can, like you said, happen within a week or two.
Right.
And if you get in a rush, you put that together, you refinish it. Well, guess what? That
Yeah.
piece raises up.
Yeah.
It might just be a little bit, but now you can feel it.
Well, with urethane, the urethane will stretch a little bit, but if you're using nitro or
Mhm.
nitrocellulose or something like that,
Mhm.
it's going to crack.
Oh yeah.
It's going to all the way across. There's a reason why these companies went to this urethane, guys. It's easier to work with. It's faster. Nitro finishes take longer to cure. Um, if you got to ask me what do I like better, I like urethane, and I like these new UV finishes. They're freaking durable.
Mhm.
Potentially works that if I'm getting a callus on my left pointer finger from sliding, do I need a fret end job?
A callus? What? Can you repeat that?
Repeat the question.
If I'm getting a callus on my left pointer finger from sliding, do I need a fret end job?
Well, you didn't say you needed stitches, so it's not slicing you open.
That's kind of my thoughts. It's like, well, you're not bleeding, so I think you're okay. No,
It sounds like it needs a chamfering file run down. It
yeah.
sounds like it's got fret sprout.
Yeah, you could maybe possibly have some fret sprout. You can just gently just take your hand, index and thumb, just run it down the frets and see if you feel anything sharp. Just don't press hard. It could be two if it's not sharp, but sometimes when they cut those bevels, they could be a little bit on the high end. So it may still need some kind of fret dressing to kind of smooth it out, and that might help you out. Like I say, without actually seeing it, it's really
Yeah.
hard to tell.
So a lot of times, guys, what he's saying on this chamfer right here, where the chamfer is on the end of the fret, even though they've got this part right, they'll come through and they chamfer this piece. When they dress the end of that fret and break that corner, they do very little work there.
Hmm.
So you can be feeling that, but a lot of times it's right at the edge of the fret where they cut the tang or that fret is sitting on the fingerboard. That little edge right there will catch you. And what I found, the quick, dirty, and easy way, just take, I don't like using steel wool. If you use steel wool, make sure you cover your pickups because it will stick. Just take some steel wool and kind of go like this, and it'll break it. You can also use some 1200 grit sandpaper and just lightly go across the edge of the fret like that, and it'll break it just enough to where it'll take the edge off. Don't do it too much because you're not using a dressing file. So you're not going to get an even sanding. So use very, very light sandpaper, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree with that or if you got a different way of approaching getting that corner quick and dirty.
Well, like for example, these top corners here. Now, when I do my fret work, what I actually like to do is you can kind of feel that top part there.
Yeah, this one's stock.
So what I will do is I'll actually blend that down.
Right.
And so the bevel's still there, but you won't have that top corner in with. It's kind of hard to explain, but it kind of smooths out like a ramp.
Yeah, so what I'll do is instead of just doing the top corner, I
Mhm.
bring the fret file in at a 45-degree angle. Whatever, let's say that this is 30 degrees and this is across. So you want to come in at 60 degrees and you're going to chamfer this chamfer all the way around. And I just literally one pass with the fret file like this and then like that and then hit the top.
Yep.
And then after that, I hit it with light 1200 grit sandpaper and then I polish the snot out of it.
Nice.
But no, this guitar is 100% stock on the fret dressing.
Jupe said my Schecter guitar neck is 100% totally awesome since you did what you did to it, Avery.
Yeah.
Good job, Avery.
Yeah, dude, I should. He's sending it back because Avery keeps screwing up the electronics. So I might let him look at it. He's got an issue. The first time we put Barnes push pulls in it,
Okay.
and it's got trick wiring. We'll go over it. Like when you pull this push pull here,
Yeah.
it goes from a point at the time it was a .032. Okay, and when you push it down, it was a .047.
Okay.
So not only that, when you pulled it up, it changed the tone bleed circuit.
Oh.
So because when you change your main cap,
Yeah.
that influenced the tone bleed. So the
Mhm.
first time I did it, when it went from the 037, I'm like, what the hell is going on with that? It sounds like it's down in a hole.
Yeah.
So I realized I had to change my tone bleed circuit too. It was a nightmare to wire this thing because of the old style Barnes pots. We were having an output problem with it. So he sent it back to me and we eliminated the tone bleed circuits on
Okay.
it. Okay. But we did go to a .022 and an 047, something that when you push it, you can really hear there's a difference. Now we put CTS pots in it. I like the CTS because the one side's wired different than the other side.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier to do splits and stuff like that. He has it for a week. Now, when you push in,
Yeah.
the knob goes and it gets stuck. So all the tabs on the top edge of the CTS pot, that's where I did my bond.
Yeah.
There's no way solder got down in it.
Nah.
So I'm thinking I just got a bad pot. It just sucks that it's happened again.
Jupe said, no, you didn't screw it up, Avery. It is just bad parts. I think the pup is the issue. It does work fine. It worked fine when you played it online, but when I got it, it worked okay too, but then acted up again.
See, it's got a Jason Becker humbucker. Now, Jupe, you said you were going to send it back. I'm going to take it and let Brian look at it. I want a second opinion on it, and I want him to test the pickup and do that. Let's really make sure the guitar's right. There's an issue.
So you're saying that when you push that in, is it sticking, you say?
That's up to Jupe that's in the chat. He told me that it was getting stuck.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So that's got to be something in the physical pot.
Yeah, it's something that's definitely internal. And I had something similar, but the problem with this one, it wouldn't actually click down. So what ended up being the problem was that, of course, you have this box casing there.
Right.
And if you, it's hard for me to draw a picture, but if you look on the back side of this thing, you can see, just this little opening and it looks like a white tab. And that's actually what controls this, this mechanism to, when you push it in, it, click into place. When you push it, it come back out.
Oh, that's a push.
Yeah.
So when you push it, it pops back up.
Jupe said it's the tone knob that sticks when trying to back off on it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's definitely something internal. Now,
Uh,
is that one? Now you say now is that one also like a push pull or anything? Or
the tone is the one. Both of them are push pulls.
He
okay,
said the volume knob is fine.
Yeah. So the one, they're both push pulls, but the volume splits the Jason Becker to a single coil,
yeah,
and the tone changes the cap from a
okay.
.022 to a .047.
Now, if that casing on that potentiometer, now if that casing gets bent even just a hair, just a little bit, it could hinder the way it functions. And it's usually the activation of the
Right.
yeah. So
So
that's the first thing I'd visit.
yeah, well, Jupe, he said he was going to send it back. So when he gets it, I'm going to let you look at it again
Okay.
and just double check it. Want to make sure it's right. But that guitar, we built a custom bridge for it. The bridge on this guitar is stupid, man. It is
I'm
nice.
excited.
It's a Floyd Rose style bridge,
Mhm.
but the only thing Floyd Rose on it is the base plate and the posts.
Oh,
Everything
okay.
else is aftermarket. No, I take it back. The bar is Floyd Rose too. It has a Floyd
Okay.
Rose turbo bar, and that has the small shaft that goes to the thicker shaft.
hmm
So it fits in two holes and eliminates the slop.
Yeah, that nasty slop that you get on those
Um,
bars.
but it's a kick butt guitar, and then you'll
Huh.
be able to see now on the back of that guitar what we ended up doing. This is the center line of the neck, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, that's not the center line on his. Okay, the center line goes from here, cross diagonal to here.
Okay.
So as you're playing it, it keeps your thumb in position for when you're doing here versus the leads when your thumb is back.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
So it's a unique neck profile, and then
Yeah.
we shaved it. Jupe, you'll have to put in the. I want to say it's 18 millimeters to 19.5. It's stupid thin.
That's
Um,
wild.
but it's a cool guitar.
That's pretty cool.
And the whole top of the headboard headstock here had a huge chip in it. So we fixed the chip, and I guarantee you will not. That's the best repair, guys. Don't expect Jupe's repair on any guitar you send here. Sometimes even a blind squirrel can find a nut every once in a while,
Yeah.
and this blind squirrel found it. I was like, wow, look at that, man. I'm looking at it in the light. I'm like, dude, that's factory. It just so happened that it was perfect. And I'm so proud of that neck, the headstock repair.
Cosmetic repairs are tough.
Jupe said, "All I know is it's nice, Avery."
Yeah, now Devastator's in the chat. Brian told me of another fellow down in, what is it, Fairfax?
Yeah.
That does cosmetic repairs.
Yeah, and he specializes in there. And so far, the work I've seen him do, like first I found him when I was taking some of my own classes, and I seen him where he was teaching this master class in cosmetic repairs. And of course, seeing as he's in Fairfax, like, oh man, this guy, well, he's not local, but he's close enough.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
'cause
pretty local.
It's really hard to find guys that does that kind of work.
Right.
So, I found his Facebook page and I started, kind of stalking a little bit, seeing what kind of work he did.
Stalking him.
Yeah, right. It's like, oh, man, what are you doing? It's like, so seeing these pictures of befores and afters, and I love the fact that he did that because, that's a good way to obviously showcase your work. And everything I seen was really good. Like, the work looked great. Even if he was like, this one's, you're looking at it, you're like, I'd sell that. It looks
Right.
good. But yeah, his name is Al. I think is was it Al's Guitar Workshop? I think it is in Fairfax. And you can find him on Facebook. He has all his contact information and stuff on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that dude, yeah, he doesn't even know me, and I'm giving him shout outs.
Well, no, that's what it's about. I always tell these guys, support your local store, support your local
Mhm.
tech. Now, Jupe lives far away, and he sends me his instruments. And I always get scared when you guys send me like Devastator's guitar. That guitar was not damaged when it was put in the box, but when I received it,
Yeah.
it took a hit, and that scares me when I'm going to put that much time, just like Brian's gym that we did. Everyone remembers that. I'm putting this gym back in the box, and I got like 30 hours just in the neck. I'm like, watch UPS run over this thing with a truck or something. And, you can put insurance on it, sure, and that gets your money back, but does it?
No, that's time, man. That's something you don't get back.
Well, sometimes, again, the blind squirrel just nails it.
Yeah.
That gym neck turned out so freaking nice. And I'm putting it in the box. I'm like, man, if something happens to this, yeah, he can send me another gym, but will it be as good as this?
Yeah.
It just turned out, the neck on that guitar. And what's sad, well, I won't say it's sad. The neck was so good on that guitar, but it still had the factory bridge, factory pups, the factory electronics. Everything was factory tuners. That guitar, if he would have just, I don't mind. Wally, what's the name of those pickups again? It's the Ibanez. They're
Quantum.
the Quantums, and I actually like Quantums. Leave the Quantum pickups in it. I would have put Godo tuners on it, and I would have put a Godo bridge on it, because even though like Linnell has her gym over there, it stays in tune. But from what I've understood about the bridge, after a year or two of hard playing, the knife edges are soft. It stops returning to zero. So I think if Brian would have put high grade tuners on that guitar and a Godo bridge, I mean, it's a $550 guitar, another $130 for the bridge, $80 for tuners. You still can't get a regular gym for that kind of money.
No.
So if you have the ability to do the work yourself, yeah, that's a way you can go. Now, I took my Quantums out and I put guitar head pickups in that guitar. But even if you did that, you're still under $800, $850 for your parts in the guitar and your work. I don't know. What do you think about that? Modern guitars and
It's fun. And it's okay, I'll use Squire for example. Okay, so folks ask me about Squire guitars, and I always tell them they're like the perfect foundation to modify. Like, I mean, I wouldn't say the Bullet. We'll ignore that one. But when you get into like to an Affinity or the old Standard series, I think it was what, late '90s, early 2000s. I think Standard.
There's
series.
a lot of people think those are better than the Fenders that Fender was making.
They're amazing, and of course the classic vibes. When you get into them.
I like the classic vibe.
But the Affinity is, to me, it's still at that good price point where you can purchase it. It's not overly expensive.
Right.
And where you feel guilty when you want to, put new pickups in it, or like you say, change the tuners or do something with the bridge. But yeah, it's just the perfect foundation. It's really fun, and it gives you an opportunity to personalize the instrument without breaking the bank.
Yeah. What's the cost of the Affinity, like an Affinity Squire? I'm gonna grab my guitar. What's the Affinity Squire going for? I don't remember.
I remember once upon a time they're like $200. They might be closer to $300 now.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they're $300.
Yeah.
So everyone knows I just bought this one from Shenandoah Music, guys. This guitar was $650, and it's the standard. And I know if Kurt's in the chat, he's gonna immediately say, "Well, that's not a Fender. It doesn't have a skunk stripe." I get it. It doesn't have a skunk stripe. But putting a skunk stripe on a maple neck with a rosewood fingerboard is kind of strange to me, because it's not a one-piece neck. They're going to put the truss rod in from the top. I don't think this is rosewood on the standard. This is Indian laurel, I believe. Yeah. So it would be a fake skunk stripe. So I get it. If it's a one-piece maple neck where it's not a cap, okay, yeah, you're going to have the skunk stripe. So when I look at it, does it look a little weird without the skunk stripe? I guess. But when I'm playing it, I don't see the skunk stripe.
Jupe wants to know how long Brian has been with Shenandoah.
I started with them under I don't want to say contract, but 2018. Yeah, it's 2018. And when I was working with them, basically they would collect repairs, and I would do them under my own alias, which is BU Music Garage. Um, so I did that for I think 2 or 3 years. I think it was, yeah, basically, kind of like contract work. Um, and then in I want to say it's either late 2020 or early 2021 is when I started with them full time. And I love it. I ain't gonna lie, I love it.
So sometimes I come in, you're on the sales floor.
Hmm.
So is that like just weekends when they're stupid busy, or?
If they get kind of crazy busy, sometimes they'll ask me, but I'll be honest, it's really rare.
Really?
And it's kind of smart because I'm not a salesman at all. I mean, I'm the worst guy. I'm the worst guy to
That's
talk to
because
about
you're the
sales.
tech and you're kind of like, I love this
Now,
guitar, and you're like, you don't
if
want
you
that
want me
guitar.
to do
You don't want
repair
that guitar.
evaluation stuff, man, I'm your guy. But it's like, hey man, what can you tell me about the difference between these two guitars? I don't know. I've never seen them before. It's
Right.
they're new to me. So
I have a hard time because I have to be a salesman at work too. And it's hard for me to sell a product that I don't have faith in. And I say this because I just finished this stupid expensive solid mahogany wine rack. I don't have faith in the product. So in a music store, you've got a tech and you've got somebody looking at a guitar. If that tech is oh wow, I remember when that guitar come in, I had to do this, I had to do that. And every time we get this product in, it's just this. And then every time we sell it, half of them come back. I couldn't sell a product like that. And there's all, I don't care what, guys, I'm not going to throw Leo James or Grote and all these budget brands. I'm not going to throw them under the bus. Fender can make a bad guitar. Ibanez can make a bad guitar. Anyone can make a bad guitar. Is it continuously bad?
yeah, exactly.
That's the thing. And when you're in the store and they're re-upping, has there been a product in the past that just continuously? I know of one that I'm gonna let you come up because I know you got. I'm gonna say it's an Ibanez product
Okay.
that was continuously awful.
Oh
Which
man.
which Ibanez do? And we're gonna say just it wasn't an expensive Ibanez. It's like the Squire like.
So you're talking more of the Geo series.
Well, I don't think it's considered a Geo.
Oh, okay. Oh wow.
AX120.
Oh man, I have not heard or seen of one of those in a while.
I don't know what Ibanez, why they couldn't build that guitar right. If it wasn't for fret problems, electronic issues, did you not or did you not see that? That's just something that I saw with them.
I think I worked on one before, and it was a long time ago. And I think when I finished the job, if I remember correctly, I was like, never again. It was that bad. It's like, oh my god.
Everyone I touch, the fret ends just feel like razor blades.
Mm-hmm.
And every one of them, the electronics, it's like the volume didn't do anything, and when you get to 75%, it just goes and the exact same thing. You're turning the tone, you're turning the tone, you're turning the tone, and then all of a sudden and I just never saw one that was worth. I get it's a $230 guitar,
Yeah.
but I can buy a Firefly at $230, and when I turn the volume, it works.
And see, that's what matters.
Is there one that I'm missing that you can think of that was just a bad product? And pick one that's in the past that's no longer available. That way, no one gets in trouble.
Oh man. Oh man, what can I say about Peavey or Peavey, however you want to enunciate?
Now he's gonna. Now I agree. Peavey USA I loved,
Mm-hmm.
but when Peavey went to China,
Mm-hmm.
they made some awful stuff.
Honest to God, I cringe when I see one come in. I ain't gonna lie. That or sometimes Ovations.
What was some of the new Peaveys? The Raptor.
Yeah, you got the Raptor. Yeah.
Now, guys, you can go back. We reviewed a Peavey Raptor. This is what I saw. You tell me, when I took the neck off,
Mm-hmm.
the body had 8 holes for the neck, and there was 8 holes in the neck. Now, you'd think all 8 would line up. No, the 4 extra holes
Yeah.
in the neck that wasn't used didn't line up with the 4 holes that were extra in the body.
I love it.
And go back and we'll look at the review. But you know what's sad is that guitar actually played decent and it sounded decent.
Steve has a question. It says, what does Brian think about Firefly and all these budget brands?
Oh man, do we want to? Man, you're about to lose some followers.
No, because they know this channel is here about truth and about opinions.
Okay.
Man. So you're here because you have a different view and a different point of view. And that's what makes it interesting.
The thing I love about these brands that are coming out, like, such as Firefly and such, it's offering something different to the table. And not only that, but it makes larger companies like Gibson and Fender, it puts pressure on them. So for me, that's a great thing, because in this industry, I feel like it's needed, because if not, nothing really changes and nothing really evolves. As far as if we want to talk about quality, the ones I've dealt with need a lot of work. So the money that you pay the guitar for, like say if you buy Firefly for like $200, and I was going to pick on them, expect to at least spend about the same amount to get it going if you want it really good, in my opinion, because a lot of times the frets aren't level. They probably need dressed. It's definitely going to need a setup. As far as like the nut and stuff, like, I'm sure the quality isn't that great, but push all that aside. If you love the guitar and if you love the way it plays, play it. That's
All
my
right,
thoughts.
let's qualify this.
Mhm.
All right, you just said you liked Squire.
Mhm.
So if I take a $200 Squire
Mhm.
and I take a $200 Firefly, is that Squire gonna? We'll just say if you have to end dress the frets, it doesn't matter whether it's a Squire or a Firefly.
Yeah.
If you got to cut the nut, it
Mhm.
doesn't matter. Either way, you still have to do it. And you still got to
Either
do a
way.
setup. What do you think the difference between the two is? Would the Squire better, or is it the same?
So if you go with the $200 Squire, I'm assuming we're talking about the Bullet series at this point.
Yeah, probably a Bullet.
Okay, so that's
Or,
a
or
fair assessment.
I think the Affinity. Well, you got to think Firefly, the one that you saw downstairs.
Yeah.
That guitar was $320 sent to me.
Oh wow.
So that puts it in the Affinity range. So let's
Yep.
just say a baseline Affinity versus a Firefly, because now if you get on their website, they're like $260 for their Les Paul,
Okay.
and you're looking at $30 shipping. When you go to your store, you're not paying shipping.
Yeah.
So you can't, guys, you can't look at it that, oh, it's $260. Well, you're going to pay $25 to ship it, or $30. So let's say $300.
Okay. And so from my experience, what I've dealt with, so say we have a Squire Affinity here, and we got the Firefly here. So most Affinities that come through that I put my hands on, which is a lot of them, because we sell a lot of them, they're, I don't want to say they're perfect by any means, because you can always make something better, with even just a general setup. But right out of the box, you can play them. The Firefly, the ones that have come to me, and of course across my workbench, needed a lot of work. That's been my experience.
Okay.
All right, Jupe wants to know, Brian, Floyd Rose or Kaler?
Yeah, Kaler. Kaler's so cool. And the reason why I say Kaler's is just because it's...
You just made a lot of friends.
Oh, man. I tell you, the whole mechanism is genius. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend I can sit here.
Oh, well, I'm assuming that you're a cam Kaler user and not a fulcrum base.
Yeah.
Cam. Okay. Now I'm a fulcrum base
Oh, okay. And there's
Kaler guy.
nothing wrong with that at all. Yeah, but it's so interesting how the mechanism works. I feel like it's, what's the word? I want to say more dependable. I just feel like they work better.
The cam is the best way I try to explain it to people. It's so much smoother and butterier
Mm-hmm.
feeling versus a Floyd Rose or a fulcrum base
Yeah.
bridge. And the reason I want to Jupe right there, the guy right there says Jupe 5000.
Yeah.
He keeps saying, I like the bridge that you built for this guitar, but it's too hard.
Yeah.
Well, even if you change your ratio and stuff like that, it has to balance out to the string pressure.
Yeah.
So you can only get it so soft. If it's any softer,
You
it
start
does
getting
this out of the
raised.
bridge.
Yeah.
And it's got to be parallel. The cam bridge doesn't do that.
No.
It has a completely, how would you describe the feel difference, I guess?
Well, it's have you heard of Vegatrim?
Yeah.
Okay, and you probably say, and I'm going to say, for example, compare that to like your average 6-point or even 2-point, bridges you get with the Fenders and such. The Vegatrim is so smooth, and it's just, I don't know, something about it, it's buttery. And that's
Right.
how I feel about Kaler. It's like every time I get to play with one, which is, don't get me wrong, it's rare. And I actually got one in the shop now I get to play with. So I'm excited about that. But so it's not often I get to see them. And when I do, it's like, okay, now I got to read the manual again. And so I can figure out which one does what. But it never fails. Like when you get a hang of it, it's so straightforward. And like you say, it's just so smooth.
I'm going to have to let, I don't know if I have, well, I have a couple here. I don't know if you'll know the model number. It's the Kaler 2700 Killer. It was the one Floyd Rose sued them over.
Oh, nice.
The reason I like the bridge, your base plate has grooves cut in it. It's almost like a corrugated knife that you put in a shaper. It's little tiny grooves.
Oh, cool.
So this saddle has grooves on the bottom of it, and they've got a slot. And that saddle, you can position and you can change your string spacing on the bottom of the bridge.
See, that's genius.
Okay. So let's say the neck pocket won't allow the neck to align. You could technically cheat the saddles over
Just cheat it a little bit.
one way or the other. Not only that, is the whole saddle goes up and down, and it moves back and forth for your intonation. And you don't have to cut the ball ends off.
Oh, see, that's even better.
Because the back part of the tuner,
Yeah.
where on a Floyd Rose you have the Allen that you tighten it, this one has a large diameter threaded nut like a headless guitar.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, the tuner. Imagine that locks it. Instead of tuning it, that's what locks the string. So the string goes through the center of it, goes over the bridge hump, and this piece comes in and locks it right there.
Yeah, see, that's genius.
Yeah, it was so genius. Floyd Rose was, they were locked in a contract with Kramer.
Oh, okay.
And Kaler was selling a lot of these bridges to Peavey, to Charvel, and Floyd Rose. I think at that point in like 88, they were like, oh, we screwed the pooch. Even though Kramer was selling the snot out of these guitars, they couldn't go out and sell to Charvel. They couldn't sell to BC Rich. So who was getting it? Well, Kaler was getting the work.
Oh, man.
And now that you got professional musicians, what saved, I still say the reason the Floyd Rose made it, Eddie Van Halen. Because if it wasn't for Eddie Van Halen going to Kramer, even though they weren't really Kramers, it was just a Kramer neck, I think it was a Warmworth body that it was bolted to.
I think you're right, yeah.
It wasn't really a Kramer. But yeah, I think that's what took Floyd Rose over the edge. And then with the lawsuit, that's what killed Kaler.
Man.
And have you ever spoke to him on the phone? Dude, you can call Kaler and say, I want to speak to Dave. 1 second. And Dave will pick up the phone. Hey, I got a problem. What problem you having? You speak to him directly. How many companies, guy, can you call and speak to the owner of the company?
Yeah, I'm calling, I'm going to be giving him a call and say, dude, you're a genius.
Yeah. Well, when you call him, tell him you want to see the 2700. Every time I call him, I tell him, look, bring back the 2700. I want the 2700 bridge. The Killer. Now, they make the new 27, it's like a spider-based bridge.
Okay.
But it's not the same. It's a different bridge. All right, guys, we've been on for 1 hour. So you know what time it is. It's break time. If you're new here, you did not have to subscribe to chat. We want that chat window to be active. We want you to come in. The people to your right, if you're on the computer or on your phone down below, we're all guitar geeks and nuts, and we probably have a problem we should probably see someone about. But that's what we're here about. We do have a special guest, Brian from Shenandoah Music. He's a guitar tech. So any questions that you guys have, write them down on a piece of paper. And then after break, we're going to come back and we're going to continue to talk guitars and tech. So please go down, hit the thumbs up button, and consider subscribing. We have over 80 guitar reviews on the channel and over 50 guitar tutorial stuff like leveling frets, doing end dressings, repairs, bridge building, you name it. And then also put in the chat, guys, if this is the kind of content that you'd like to see, that would be the time to hit Brian up and say, look, you got to come back. We like it. And we'll have to talk to him, see if he's wanting to come back. But we allow this time for you to, one, hit the restroom, get a snack, get something to drink, and we'll be right back. Again, guys, go down, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe. I would say we got a guitar giveaway. And if you missed the guitar giveaway, Steve, I think, is Steve in the chat, hon?
Yeah, he is.
Yep, Steve won last month. He won the Gretsch. So that will be going out to Steve on Saturday. So we had something planned that kind of fell through. So in Discord, please go to the Discord server. If we need to do another guitar giveaway for this coming month, we can do it. But what we had planned on doing didn't seem to work out for us.
Steve
So-
had made a comment that said he wants the Gretsch to play as good as Jupe's guitar.
You should ask for the wiring.
He was joking.
The Gretsch actually plays pretty good. To get it to play as good as Jupe's guitar, it wouldn't take much. That guitar actually plays pretty good. I'd have to go back and look at the review. I don't remember if we found half frets or what was on it.
He was kidding. He was like, I expect it.
Oh, I would really, I think I said it before. The only thing I would do to that guitar is I don't like the ratio of the tuners. The 15-1, it's a little, since it doesn't have a locking nut, I would put a higher ratio tuner on it, do a fret dressing. I don't remember the frets being that bad. I would probably just take my fret kisser and touch up a couple of the frets, and I would play it. The guitar plays well the way it is, but everyone's different. One person's this is okay and it's acceptable is completely different than someone else's.
Yeah.
Someone could be really picky, and that guitar has got to be a next level instrument for them to say, yes, this is a quality instrument. But keep in mind, guys, that's a $319 mat price guitar. It plays nice for $319. All right, guys, let's take our 5-minute break, and we'll be right back after that. Hey, and we got new cover art for the break, so check out the squirrel. Okay, guys, we are back. Let me get the chat window back up.
I see a question from Devastator. He said, "What is Brian's go-to guitar for $1,000 or less?"
For $1,000 or less. Let's see. Well, of course, it depends on the genre of music I'm going to shoot for. Now, I'm trying to think, man, because there's so many good options. You can never go wrong with a Strat. I hate to say it, but you can never go wrong with a Strat. Preferably Fender.
So you're going to say Fender Strat?
Yeah, but if I had to think of something else,
Was that like a player 2 or a modified?
I want to say it's a player 2, I think. I'm a huge Yamaha fan. Like, for me, you cannot beat the quality of that guitar with any other brand that I've experienced anyways. So
Like a Pacifica or a Revstar?
I'm personally, I'm more of a Revstar guy, just because I like the way it just feels comfortable. And it kind of has that kind of Les Paul kind of vibe to it.
Right.
Of course, the difference is I think they have a 10-inch radius neck instead of the 12. I'm not sure what they're doing with their newer ones, though, because I know they changed them up a little bit. The Pacificas, so far with what I played with them, I haven't played with anything too modern with those guys yet.
The thing that I see when you say I have a Pacifica, people go, "Oh, you got a cheap Pacifica." They make a $250 Pacifica and they make a $3,000 Pacifica.
Yes.
And they make $200 price jumps
Yeah.
all the way. So I don't know if that helps Yamaha or if it hurts them that they make so many different versions of the Pacifica.
It's kind of almost like where you have these other corporations where they try to, hit all sides of the budget, so to speak. So, it's like they're trying to, like, here's a Pacifica, like you said, at this price point, the low end price point, and then you got the real expensive one. But I'm kind of with you because I don't know. I almost feel like it hurts it. I feel like they almost need another entry level style.
I think Fender has done that too. Because think about it. You've got the standard.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you got the player 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the modified.
Yep.
Then you've got the first American vintage, and then the American classic, and then you've got the custom shop.
Yeah.
There's how many different versions? Now we're not talking colors, so there's 7 different versions of the Strat.
Yeah.
From 650 to $5,000.
Yeah.
There's. I mean, I get it. Some people like me, I don't want a 7.25-inch radius Strat.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
So that brings you to a more modern 9.5 or a 12. And then you have the modified where they're doing like a compound radius. So do you really need all these different? Why couldn't they, if they've got the modified line, okay, this is a Fender modified, make 2 versions of the modified. Here's one with 9.5. Here's one with a compound radius. I don't understand Fender on their price. They've got so many different.
Well, it's funny because it's in a lot of different things too. So not only do you have it like with, just guitars, we'll talk, same thing with cars. It's like picking you find a Ford Escape. All right, which package do you want? Or you go to the grocery store. Which stovetop stuffing do you want?
I'm with the SVT, man.
Yeah,
Raptor.
Right. And sometimes I feel that, or even going to a restaurant, go to a restaurant, has a 15-page menu. It's hard to make a decision, but it's also, I don't know, it's
option paralysis.
Yeah, and it's
I shouldn't say big words.
I don't want to say it's overwhelming, but I feel like it's just too much. It's like, how much of one thing do you really need? Just because you make a few different changes in it, it's like, really? I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on it. Take it for what it is.
Wicked Fester says, "What are Brian's thoughts on a parts caster?"
Parts caster.
It depends where you get the parts.
Right.
They're fun. I've built a few just for the heck of it. And yeah, where you get the parts really does matter. And even the body and the neck, it's beware where you get your stuff.
If you look at it, if you want to build a nice one, let's say you go to Warm Earth.
Oh, I love them.
And you get their body and your neck, and you put nice pickups on it. You put a nice, let's say you're going to build a parts caster, put a Vega trim in it.
Oh, that'd be nice.
You're going to have over $1,000 in that guitar.
Easy. Because the one I built, and I still had to do a lot of the work. So, like the headstock shaving, the frets that were in the neck, they were really bad. So I had to pull all the frets out and put new frets in. Of course, the painting and everything else, and not including the time I had in there, just in parts alone was probably about $1,200. And when you kind of think of that aspect, now it was fun to do, and it was a great project. But at the end of the day, once again, your time is worth something. So by the time, unless it's something that you value putting your time into, yeah, is it really worth it?
Well, I look at it this way. Okay, let's say you do get a warm earth neck and body.
Mhm.
It's good stuff. You put nice quality pickups in it. It's still a parts caster. So when you go to resell that,
No sell value.
that's the issue. As much as we can throw stones at Gibson, Fender, and these name brands, if you modify it, keep your stock parts, put it back to stock and sell it. You like this RGA that I did right here. I put hip shot bridge in it. It's got hip shot tuners on it, guitar head pickups. If I go to sell that guitar, I'm putting the stock bridge, stock pickup, stock tuner back on it because I'm not going to get a penny more for this guitar than if it was in its stock shape.
No, because at the end of the day, folks don't really care about what it is. They care about what it's worth.
Ooh, we got a super chat. Thank you so much. So the yellow box, that means someone give a super chat. So guys,
That's Niles.
yeah, Niles. Thank you so much, Niles.
Yeah, you're awesome, Niles.
So exactly, awesome. That allows the channel to buy guitars. So if you go to ad revenue, guys, have you gotten an ad? No. So the video is not monetized. If you're here watching us live, there's no ads, there's no commercials. So YouTube isn't going to push it because they're not making any money. I don't make any money either. So the only way the channel makes money to do the things we do is through super chats, just so you guys know.
He said he couldn't stay long. He has to go to work, but he wanted to say hello and steal the crown.
Well, you did.
Yep, you got it going on, man. And just so you guys know, we do have a merch down. If you go to the main page, you go to store. We got t-shirts, hats, cups, a couple cool things. I'm still working on the shirt. Right now, it's more like a full stitch, but I want to get the background out to where it just says Music and Gear. So give it a little time. We are working on the merch thing. So
That's
if you
on
want
the
to
white
support
print.
the channel there, yeah, you can do that. I know Steve ordered a coffee cup, and we've sold a couple other little things. Stickers. There's stickers on there. All those prices, guys, that's set as low as I can set them. If I put them any lower, I owe the company money when you order something. So that's as cheap as it gets.
Mark said, I'm going to donate a guitar.
Yeah, you were talking to Linnell about donating a guitar. We can do that. We can match the shipping and split the shipping with you, and that can be like a little project. We can make it a project if it needs work, and then we can give it away. Because the one thing that we were trying to do kind of fell through.
He said earlier, you have a choice of a Firefly Mad Cat, a Firefly LP, or a SBS CS 260.
I'm going to say that, believe it or not, the Mad Cat, that guitar Firefly, in my opinion, knocked it out of the park on those. Just the binding work and the veneer work on the body is worth the $200 asking price. That, believe it or not, I think they're on the website now. It's $200. I'm not a fan of the spherical frets. It's a $200 guitar. Pull the frets out of it. Put conventional nickel chamfered frets on it. Put some nice pickups in that guitar. That's a beautiful instrument. Do you know with a Prince played? It's called the Honer Mad Cat Telly. Firefly makes one it is so freaking nice.
So
man.
I'm going to have to check that out because that sounds really cool to me.
It's a cool body. And thank you so much, Jupe. Got another super chat.
There you go, Jupe. Yeah.
Jupe
Hell
said
yeah.
he just mugged Niles. He got the crown.
Oh, wow. Yeah, but there's certain things. I mean, if I was going to make that body, it would take me a week with all the delicate veneers and it's just the body alone. If I wanted to go to, I couldn't get it at Walmart.
Yeah.
That body would be $400 just for the body.
Oh, wow.
So it's a standard neck pocket. Take that guitar. I don't know if you ever heard of. It's called Stratosphere.
Yes. Yeah.
They're kind of under the radar now. They had a thing with FMT, and they were buying guitars, disassembling them, and selling the parts.
I think they only sell on eBay now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got in trouble pretty
man.
much.
Well, hopefully I didn't give them away and they get in trouble again.
They were taking EVH guitars and Fender guitars, and they were getting more money taking them apart in parts.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
So they were ordering from FMT, taking them apart and selling them, and they were like, "Well, you can't do that." And they're like, "Well, we bought the guitar."
Yeah, you own it.
So, but they're a retail store,
Uh,
and they're not selling it at a MAP price as a unit.
I see what you're saying.
So it was cutting into their parts, Fender, and so yeah. But if you can get them, you can still find it. Get yourself a Fender neck to put on that, or a different neck. I think you could just take the stock Firefly neck, put conventional frets on it. Everyone knows I kind of like the Dylan Talk Stone stuff. You know, put Dylan Talk Stone pickups in it. You can do a Fender bridge, or what's that other company? Well, there's all kinds of different ashtray bridges that you could go. But the Mad Cat doesn't really use an ashtray bridge. It's more like the saddle type bridge with individual saddles. Hip shot, put a hip shot bridge on it. You could build a stupid Mad Cat guitar, I'm going to say less than $600 in parts with the Firefly.
So that's interesting. This guitar here, so the one is beautiful, is what you're saying, but it's also a really great foundation to personalize it.
It's an awesome guitar.
And to me, that's I don't know, that's a fun experience, especially if you're looking into getting into tech work and such. You know, it's guitars like this where you can just play around with, and you're not gambling a whole lot. You know, you're not out a whole lot of money, so to speak.
Right.
Wicked Fester said, "Wouldn't that be a parts caster?" LOL.
Technically, it would be. Well, either way, you're going back to the parts caster and money. If you know, guys, I've got a Firefly DC. I love that guitar with dual P90s. I got Dylan Talkstone pickups in it. I redid all the frets. Now they're still spherical frets, but I have over $700 in that guitar. I can't resell that guitar for $700.
No.
But it plays phenomenal. It sounds phenomenal, and it's a double cut. I mean, that's as close to a Gibson P90 that this guy can afford. So for me, it works.
But not only that, like you said earlier too, you know, keep all the original parts. If you ever decide to get rid of the instrument, revert it back to where it was, you know, sell it and get your next project.
Yeah, you can take your parts and put it right back in your next project. I mean, guys, we're creatures of habit. Everyone knows I kind of like JBs. I like the Seymour Duncan JB. I like guitar head pickups. I usually use the exact same tuner. I like the hip shot tuners, the hip shot locking tuners.
Yeah, they're great.
They're cheaper than the Ratio. They don't slip. They're smooth. It's good bang for the buck. I love the hip shot high mass bridge. Here, check this one out.
Mark said it's a stock Mad Cat, except he put locking tuners on it.
Oh, well, that's perfect. Now this one has the high mass.
Yeah.
See how thick it is?
Oh, that's beautiful.
It
I really
just
like that.
it just barely covers. You see this little spot right there?
Yeah.
That's a chip, and you can barely see the hole.
Yeah.
The stock Ibanez bridge uses 2 screws here and 3 in the back,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got a larger plate.
Oh,
So you can just barely see it. I could put filler in there, but this is my beater guitar.
well, the beautiful thing is too, because it already has this rustic look to it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, unless you're looking for that, you're not going to see it.
I mean, it's people go, why do you play that guitar when you've got a Schecter that plays better? Because I'm not worried about scratching this.
Yeah.
I mean, I just play the snot out of it, and I don't worry about it. It's or you're talking about fitting.
Hmm.
Look at that monstrosity. That is so tight. There is no room whatsoever.
Jupe said the JB
That's
and the
crazy.
yellow creamer he got from you is killer.
I like the JB, guys. There's, these pickups. Are you familiar with guitar heads?
Oh yeah.
$60 for this set. So this is like a hotter JB, in my opinion. And if you want the Z Bucker, is pretty much a JB. It's $60 a set. I like the sound of a JB. I've got a lot of JBs. There's a reason why they've been making it for 30 plus years. It's just a solid pickup. Do they make better pickups? I don't know. Pickups are taste. I also like was it Pegasus that what's that your Chapman has? I think it's Pegasus. Seymour Duncan Pegasus
Yeah, I
pickups.
think so.
I love those pickups. So once you find what you like, you kind of
You stick with it.
you kind of stick with it.
Yeah.
That's me. That's why I bought the Telly. Okay, and I bought a pick guard for it. I was going to buy pickups for it, and I'm like, I'm going to put something hot in it. And I'm kind of like, you know what? I'm not going to do that because the reason I bought a Telly is I wanted a guitar that sounded like a Telly. So why am I going to take it apart and put a hot rail in it? And now it's not going to be a Telly. I'm just going to put my pick guard that I bought on the guitar, and I'm just going to play it for what the thing is. That's why I bought it, to have something different. And then I built this one just to have something, to beat on. I love this instrument. What's been your experience with the RGAs coming through the shop?
So far, pretty good. I haven't had any that I had to send back, if that makes sense.
Well, that's a good thing.
I haven't seen any that I had yet to send back. So as far as the setup process, been pretty straightforward. I mean, pretty good guitars.
Pretty good guitars.
Yeah, it's and don't get me wrong, I'm not a huge Ibanez fan, but I will say they do make great guitars. And as far as the customer service and stuff they have there has been really good to us.
Ibanez good customer service.
Yeah.
Who's the worst that you dealt with company wise?
Man. I'm trying to think. Give me a second. Yes, really quick. Oh man, I'm getting hung for this. Martin. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think I don't know, man. Sometimes with them, it's like,
I heard that it was hard to get shims because their neck bolts off and there's a proprietary shim kit or something.
Oh, you talking about the SC guitars?
Yeah, they don't want to sell the shims to people and they want to work on it themselves or something.
You can buy the shim kit and it comes with the tools and the shims. I got it. And I've only did, because you don't see too many of these guitars, but that shim kit's like $150, I think. It's like between 130 $150. I can't remember.
What off-brand pickup do you like?
Off-brand pickup?
Who asked that?
Yeah.
Mikey.
Oh, Mikey. Okay.
I'm trying to think. Have you, I think it's a company called Dragonfire. I think it is.
Dragonfly,
yeah.
that one I don't know.
Them, I bought a set of pickups from them one time. And don't get me wrong, they were hot. They were crazy hot pickups. But they're actually really good, especially for the price. Now, granted, this was some years ago, because typically when I buy, I'm a Seymour Duncan guy. I'll be first to admit that. But yeah, I remember buying a set of them pickups, and it's because mostly I was on a budget, and I just wanted to try them out to see how they did. And I was actually really impressed with them. Granted, that was a really hot pickup. I mean, it was stupid hot.
I'm trying to think on my end, budget pickups. I'm trying to think, what is that? Wilkinson. And they're ceramic, the M series.
I can't believe I didn't think of Wilkinson, because yeah, their stuff's really good,
Yeah.
especially for the price.
I think now that's not, I don't know if you could consider Wilkinson a budget brand, but they have budget price stuff. The M series, I think you can get both humbuckers for $55, and
Yeah.
people are, oh, it's a ceramic.
Once again, it comes to taste.
The JB's a ceramic. It's a great pickup. I like that one. I've had pretty good luck with them. If people are on a budget and they don't really know They don't want something stupid hot. They don't want.
Yeah.
That's a good. Okay, here's just a good, inexpensive pickup.
I installed some Wilkinson, I think single coils. It was in a fellow's Strat. This was maybe 2 months ago, something like that. And what I've heard from it, I was pretty impressed. You know, they sounded pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, guys, we're talking $60 for a set of pickups.
Yeah, not 300.
Yeah, it's not 300. When I built my Strat, I bought the EMG David Gilmour.
Oh,
$350 back when I bought it.
yeah.
But it come with the 3 pickups and it come with the wiring harness, and you just loaded the pick guard with this. Done. And back then it was before the plug and play, so you had to solder everything.
Yeah.
Nowadays I think it would be easier, but $350.
Yeah.
It was a vintage vibe, and I took this vintage vibe and I put a Kaler 2700 killer locking bridge in it. Okay, had to cut the neck and put the piece of wood down at it, level that for the nut to sit down on it, routed it out for the 2700, and then put this David Gilmour set on it. And I was dumb. I sold the guitar the way it was for $500.
Oh man.
And it was a vintage vibe.
Oh man.
I still regret selling that guitar.
I think we all have that one probably.
Which one do you?
Honestly, it was that Kent I was talking about at the beginning.
The Kent.
Yeah, that's the one I kind of wish I would have kept. Because
Really?
as cheap as that guitar was, I had a bond with that thing. Like, you know
That's
what I mean?
because that was your second guitar, though, right?
I think so. Yeah. And I just had a pretty deep bond with it, and it played great. And it's like sometimes I think about it, it's like, man, I miss that guitar.
Steve says, Brian, which actives do you like? EMG or Fishman Fluence or Seymour Blackouts or something else?
Okay, for many years, EMG 8185s was my go-to. I mean, I put them in everything. But I will say Fishman kind of took the crown on that for me now. And it's mostly because of my personal taste. There's something about that pickup that has a clarity to it that I really enjoy.
Is that the one that you can change the voicing?
Yeah.
So which voicing do you prefer?
I wanted to, don't matter. Yeah.
So what's it actually doing in there? Do you know what it's doing?
It's so hard for me to explain it because like even when I activate it, I don't hear much of a difference. But it's like a slight tone
Is
change.
it like a built-in EQ curve, or is it?
It seems like it. It almost seems like it. But don't get me wrong, I'm sure somebody can probably get more in depth with it.
Right.
But I just know that every time I wired them up, I test them. It's like, oh man, this is great. Flip it up. Okay. It's like it's about the same, maybe a little darker.
I think I'll lean the opposite direction. I'm going to go to blackouts.
You gonna go with the blackouts?
Yeah. And if I didn't go blackouts, everyone knows EMG 89.
No, I never.
That's
tried
the
that one.
pickup that no one talks about. I'm telling you, it's a JB on steroids. That's what it is. Imagine everything that you like about a JB, but the punch of an active.
Oh wow.
And that's the 89. And the 89, you could split the coil.
Ooh.
You pull it, and it instantly sounds like the David Gilmour single coil Strat pickup.
Oh wow.
So it's very versatile.
Yeah.
And then they make an 89R for the neck position.
Oh wow.
I love the 89, but it's not a very popular pickup.
Well, I'll be honest, I never heard of it. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a little research myself.
The 89, that's what's in my Peavey Nitro.
Oh, cool.
And then I have the stock Peavey active single coil in the neck position. I don't know where if that guitar is probably buried. I would get it out. It needs a refret, but I'm not going to refret it. Dude, I played this guitar full time the whole time that I was ever in bands. That and my Vandenberg.
Yeah.
And I'm so worried. Does it need? Yeah, it needs a refret. But I know refretting it, that is the guitar.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be the same guitar. And
Yeah.
I'm just going to leave it as that's the guitar that I played out. It is what it is. And,
I get that. I understand that.
I'm not going to mess with it. As much as I love it, yeah, it had its day, I guess. So do you have one that you played the frets off of like that?
Oh shoot, I'm trying to think. Which one was it? It's been years. It's been years. It's an Epiphone Les Paul I had. Yeah, I think it's the Goth series that when they came out with that.
Oh, the Goth.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember
if,
that guitar.
if memory serves correctly, I think that guitar was only like $300 when it came out, brand new. If I
Really?
remember, yeah, it was really cheap, but it was stupid good. It was a stupid good guitar, and yeah, I wore the frets out on that sucker, and I didn't even have a chance to do anything with it because I was at rehearsal one day. The lead singer walks by, the guitar falls over, pops the headstock right off of it.
Oh,
Now, this isn't the day before I started working on guitars, and it was a clean break. I could have fixed it. Only if I
yeah.
knew then.
Oh, now Steve, we showed your picture of your. Not only does Gibson have a problem, but Squire has a problem. What do you think about that head break on that thing?
I've never seen that before. It's like, what did that thing hit?
You know, that's what I'm kind of curious because the way the break is, if you guys are wanting to know, go to Discord and look at the picture that Steve posted of his Squire. That's a really strange break.
It is, and I mean it's a nasty one too. Um, I'd say glue that sucker back on and keep rocking.
Yeah, I would get some. Again, I like Titebond. I'm with him on it.
Yeah.
Titebond original. And if you want something a little better, don't do Titebond 2, do the Titebond waterproof.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with that, it has a brown color to it. So on that clear maple, you're definitely going to see a glue line.
Yeah, yeah. So with the Titebond original, that'll blend in a little bit more nicely. I mean, you'll probably always have a scar there, but yeah, I would just glue that sucker back on.
Yeah, glue it and play it.
Yeah.
Don't do the Trogley thing, guys, and just put the headless thing on it and bend the strings over it. Because he's got a Gibson headless on it. Did you see that video?
No, I
Trogley. Oh my gosh, the headstock's broke, and he's like, I'm gonna fix it. So he makes this Les Paul, and he's got these tuners on the backside. It's like, what in the world is that?
Steve said that's not his guitar.
Oh, it's not his guitar. Oh, okay. Whose guitar was it? I guess he just found it on the interweb.
And Blue Mox said Avery, those 89s and SA 89 is an 85 swap to SA. Great pickups.
You're right. The SA, I was going to put an SA in my Nitro in the bridge position, but at the time, Roger was down on Loudon Street,
Okay.
and I walked in, and Peavey made an active. It was called a generation. It was a Telecaster, okay,
Okay, I think I know which one you're talking about.
with a Kaler 2700 killer. And they talk about Schecter. Oh, Schecter, they put a tremolo and a Telecaster. Peavey did this in 87.
Oh wow.
So I went in, I said, Roger, I want this Tele pickup.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, I have to call Peavey. And I'm like, I don't care what it costs. Just
Yeah, I get it.
give me the pickup. So he gets me this pickup and he goes, well, I don't know what you want this active Telecaster pickup for. And I route my Nitro out and I stick this Telecaster pickup. You know, it's not a neck position. It's not a center position.
Huh.
It's kind of in between. And I love it. And everyone told me I should have went to the SA, like what you're talking about. I just never did. I stuck with the Peavey.
Oh, nice.
But that Peavey pickup and the 89, they're just versatile.
Oh, that's awesome.
And you know, everyone kind of in the stream knows I'm a Peavey guy.
Yeah.
I love Peavey. And I just think after 85, well, 95, their products really went downhill.
And it's heartbreaking, really. It seriously is because there was once upon a time where you could get a really great quality guitar from Peavey, and anymore it's I know the story carried them for a little while, and everyone I put my hands on, I just wasn't impressed.
Right.
I just wasn't feeling it, and I hate bashing on companies. I really do. I'd rather come with enthusiasm,
Right.
excitement. But when I see some of these guitars, and I'm like, man, this you can't gig this, or it's like it's gonna take a lot of work just to make it a very nice instrument. It's
Well,
like, man,
they
this is
don't make an
ridiculous.
in-between guitar anymore. They have the Raptors, which are
Mhm.
inexpensive, And the only other two guitars they have is the HP2,
Yeah.
which is $2,500 and up, and they've remade the Vandenberg, which is $3,000 and up. That's it.
Yeah, and it's like, okay.
Now I heard they were bringing back some of their older amps.
That'd be kind of cool.
I don't know how far that's going to go.
Yeah.
I used to love the ones that had the red triangle on it. It was the trans tube.
Yeah, the trans tube. Yep.
Yeah, they were solid. I don't know if Peavey will be able to shake the reputation of what they did one to their employees down in Mississippi, and
Yeah.
they really hurt themselves.
They really have, and I think that's going to be a stigma. It's going to be really difficult for them to come back from. You know, it's, and I hate to say it because, like I said, I love to see these companies flourish, and you know, I personally I want to come with enthusiasm, but you know, I'm sorry, Peavey kind of ruined it.
Well, I can't see what it's Czech Republic. That's where they're made now.
Oh, okay.
The HP2 and the Vandenberg. So this guitar is made in the Czech Republic. It's still an Adrian Vandenberg signature, but it's $2,999.
Yeah, come on now. It's like
That guitar should be able to be made in the United States for that price.
yeah,
I
easy.
mean, I would think.
Yeah.
I mean, Charvel does it.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson makes a USA product.
Yep.
Neck through at 2,700. Kiesel does it.
Yeah, Kiesel, right? Yeah.
I don't think Gibson. Well, no, $2,800 for a Les Paul. You can get a USA made Les Paul for 28. So yeah, I think that's feasible. Peavey could.
They could do it.
Make that guitar in the United States at that price. I just it makes it hard for me to swallow that price. And everyone knows I have an original Vandenberg, and I wanted the new one. And when I saw the picture, I'm like looking at it, going, "That doesn't look like a Kaler." And when I saw the Floyd Rose on it, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, they put a Floyd Rose on it."
They just keep doing it wrong.
And they dressed it up. They put this fancy binding on it, and it's got the flame maple top.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the Vandenberg was just black, pink, red. It was just a basic super strat, and that's kind of what I wanted. I didn't need all the bling.
And that's the thing too, to keep in mind when you're actually looking at guitars to purchase. So when you're seeing all the bling on there, that's what drives the cost up on that instrument. So when you have, like you say, for that, say if you take away all the bling,
that's the one I want.
And how much cheaper do you think that guitar could possibly be?
I don't know. I'm looking at it going, if you bring it back to the United States, take all the bling off of it,
They could do it for that price.
give me a basswood body
Mm-hmm.
with a maple veneer top, okay?
Yep.
A solid 1/4 inch maple, and you can paint it.
Yep.
But do it for the stability and the tone. Put me nice tuners, Kaler bridge, which is kind of expensive. It's like $600 for that bridge. But I know they could build that guitar for $3,000. I would do $3,000 on that
I
for
can see
just a
that.
solid color
Yeah.
if it's made in the United States.
And the beautiful thing is too, that you know that the money went towards the quality of the build of the instrument and not the aesthetics. And that's a big part of me. So when I see guitars that price in certain ranges, that's why I kind of look at, okay, well, it has all the aesthetics. Where did money go with the quality?
Right. I agree with that. And I look at Kiesel. Kiesel's a small company.
Mhm.
Now, guys, we're not saying that Kiesel's cheap. Now you can get something that's on their site that's pre-made, probably $1,800, but it's not going to have a floating bridge. Let's say I want a super strat. It's going to put you in the $2,500 range, but it's a solid guitar
Yeah.
made by talented people.
Mm-hmm.
It's a solid instrument.
Great.
We're not going to get into is it better than a Fender or better than a Gibson. You can't compare that to a Les Paul. It's a completely different animal.
Yeah.
What was-
Gray says, Brian, what brand guitar would be better for a beginner?
Anything that inspires you. And
I like that answer.
And I'm being real on that one. It's I wish I could say, it's Fender, Squire, Epiphone, etc. But inspiration has to be what pulls you through it. So if it's a price point you're looking for, of course, you know, you got Squire, etc., Epiphone, but at the end of the day, it's really what inspires you. And that's why I tell folks, like when they come in the store, and if I do deal with you, if you're a beginner, I tell you to look around and see what speaks to you, because you have to have a bond with that instrument, and that's what enables you to carry forward playing.
And I think that has a lot to do too with parents buying their kids a guitar.
Hmm.
If the kid wants to play guitar, let them pick something up that they like, okay? Because when it sits in the corner, they gotta want to pick it up.
Yep.
It's got to be like, that thing is cool.
Yep.
I'm gonna play it. If you pick them up some grandpa guitar because oh, I knew Fender was good, and he's just not into Fender. He's listening to thrash metal, and he's like, oh, my dad bought me a Fender. He's not really gonna be into it.
No.
So let them pick out what, like you said, inspires them. And
Yeah, and that goes for all of us too. I mean, same goes for me. Well, for example, Fender came out with the Acoustasonic, and that guitar is wild. And I don't know why I love that guitar so much, but I do.
I like it too, but it was a sales dud.
It definitely was, and it's a very niche market.
Yeah.
But for some crazy reason, it spoke to me, and I mean, I still have it, obviously, and I love it, and
Right.
I don't know why, but it's that bond. And I actually sat down and played it before I purchased it, because it was a big purchase. And that's the other point of it. I think when this whole thing goes to, it's easy to go online and window shop, and oh wow, this guitar looks cool and everything, but did you bond with it? Did you actually sit down and play it, and does it feel good to you? Does it feel right? You don't really know that unless you actually go and try it for yourself.
I say that all the time. I mean, I'm guilty of it. I've ordered stuff from Sweetwater, but I like going to my local shop, sitting down, and just seeing how it fits me. You know, do does it feel like I can dig into the guitar? Is it harmonically friendly?
Mhm.
And that picture that you're looking at AMS or Guitar Centers, whatever, wherever you're looking, it doesn't tell you that.
No.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that I've ever had a problem with returns and stuff at some of these companies, but there's guitars that I bought at Shenandoah that I wouldn't have ever bought just window shopping, because looking at that picture, it didn't speak to me. But when I go in the store, like, hey, have you played this? No, pick it up. Wow, this is stupid good. And then end up buying it.
Yeah. And I mean, me personally, there'd be guitars like I would see, and I'm like, oh, this thing is great. I gotta try it. Then I'd play it, and I'd absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a setup thing or anything like that. It's just I did not bond with that instrument. So yeah, that saved me a lot of heartache.
I'm trying to think of a guitar that I've played that it just 100% did not bond with. Um, there's been a couple, but as far as the worst one, I had an Ibanez AMH 90, and the guitar played so nice and
Hmm.
it sounded so nice. But when it sat on my lap, it felt funny, and I
Yeah.
felt like my arm was over it, and I felt like I was having to shift my playing position on it.
Hmm.
Uh, it was a great guitar, but I ended up selling it. It just,
Yeah.
and it sounded fine. I just didn't like playing it. There was something funny about it.
Yeah. Just didn't, like you say, just something just didn't work with you.
Yeah.
I've done that sometimes. Ibanez, Schecter, shoot, some Epiphones, a Gibson. I mean, I'm pretty sure like everybody in the chat would probably think back on a guitar they bought, they thought they was going to love, and end up turning around selling it. Just, I'm sure it has to happen to every musician. It can't just be us.
Yeah. I've got a couple that, what do they call it? You love it for 30 days or 2 months, and then
Yeah.
it's like, okay.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, now what am I going to do with this thing?
Yeah. I actually, what was it? It was last year. I had a Schecter Omen. I can't remember the exact, but anyways, this is a beautiful guitar. Played great. I just never picked it up.
Right.
Just never feel inspired to do it.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned the RevStar earlier, because I traded my RevStar in down there.
Oh, nice.
Love the RevStar, but we do product reviews here, and there's probably over 30 guitars here. At some point, you got to go, okay, something's got to leave before something else comes in.
Something's getting the axe.
So I was looking at which one it was, and I decided on the RevStar was going to be
See.
the one that the axe dropped on.
Yeah.
And the Telecaster replaced, and it's not even a similar instrument.
Yeah.
It's completely different. But
Yeah.
I wanted a Tele, and I'm like, okay, there can't be another one.
And that the other thing too with a lot of these guitars, they're I look at them as like almost like different paintbrushes, or even a different tool for the job. It's
I like that.
they all have different purposes. So like for example, you have your Ibanez here, you got your humbuckers. I mean, that thing screams. But is that
It
going to
does.
do what the Tele does?
No.
Exactly. So the Tele is the next tool or paintbrush, however you want to put it. That's the next one to provide that service.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. I was like, I'm going to get this Tele, and I started looking at pickups,
Mhm.
and then I started migrating to hot pickups, and I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah, it's easy to go down that route too.
nope, I'm leaving it stock, guys. I'm just going to change the pick guard. I want a Tele because it's a Tele.
Let it be a Tele.
Yeah, just let it. Whatever weird things a Telecaster does, that's what I want. I want to be able to have that experience.
That swang.
Yeah, exactly. And even when you play it under hot distortion, you still hear that twang. It's still
there. Yeah.
It still has that character. Was it Led Zeppelin that used a Telecaster in the recordings, but he plays a Les Paul out live?
I think he did. I want to say I think earlier stuff.
I think it was a Telecaster or something
Yeah.
in the studio. I can't really remember.
I could be wrong, but yeah, I want to say it's the earlier stuff.
But you had Prince.
Mhm.
Think of how many people that played a Telecaster in rock.
Oh yeah.
John Five
Yeah.
plays a Tele.
Of course, his is beefed up. I think.
Yeah, well, it's a humbucker monstrosity. Yeah, but there's been so many Telecasters, and for years, I would look at a Tele and go, "I don't play country.
Yeah.
I'm not buying a country bunking guitar. I'm not doing it." And every time I saw it, I'm like, "It's a flat. What is it? There's
Yeah.
no contour. It's just a slab." And now I'm like, "Look at how utilitarian it is. That's cool."
Yeah. I tell you, it's like I say, it's beautiful in its simplicity.
Right.
And I known a fella. He played. He was big on Paul Reed Smith. Huge on PRS guitars.
We got a couple Paul Reed Smith fanboys in the chat.
And I had this Telecaster, and it was kind of like my mod bucket. It's like whatever I could change in this thing, I did. And of course, fret level dress, the whole 9 yards, made this thing beautiful. And I think I did the 4-way mod. Yeah.
Right.
So, anyways, his name was Ted. So he comes into my studio one day, and he's like, "Hey, can I play?" "Yeah, go ahead and play it." Sitting there playing, he's like, "Dude, this sucks." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "I love this thing."
Oh.
So I started. He taught lessons. So I started like, "Well, here, just use it, teach your lesson. I don't care, So you go teach his lessons, and yeah, he fell in love with the guitar. So before he moved to Nashville, I was like, "Take that with you, take it with you," because he really bonded with it. He had way more of a bond with it than I did.
Well, it was funny. They had it's a humbucker. No, it's a single. I think it's a single coil humbucker mod series Tele at the store.
Yeah.
And I actually liked that one a little more than this one. Now, granted, it was a little more money, but the main reason I didn't buy that one was because of the humbucker.
I can kind of get that.
I wanted a Tele to be a Tele.
Yeah.
And I did like the way it sounded. I liked the way it played. It looked cool. But I'm like, you know what? I just want a plain Jane Tele.
Yeah.
I don't want. And I thought about, you were talking about the 4-way switch. I am thinking about doing that, though, to this one.
Simple mod, and
it's a simple mod. It's cool.
Whether or not you use it,
But it's there.
It's there.
It's another selection that allows you to do a little something.
Just a little more.
A little something, right. A little more.
And it's not like you're changing the whole aspect of the instrument. You're not changing the whole attributes to it.
Since you're a Fender guy, If you had a telly
Okay.
and you wanted a telly that'll do a little bit of everything, what pickups? Now you don't. You can go outside of Fender.
Okay.
What do you think is the now? If you think it's Fender, it's fine. What do you think's the best all around telly pickup?
Oh man, they have a custom shop, and I can't think exactly which one
Is that
it
the
is.
Twisted?
I think so.
Yes, super chat.
Ooh, another super chat.
Oh,
Thank you so
awesome.
much,
It's
man.
Penagore.
Penagore. Thank you, man. Penagore, we have certain. Penagore has been around since the very beginning when I did a lot of budget guitar reviews. Same with Devastator. There's a couple people, Backwoods Billy, very loyal people here. There really are, and they're diehard music nuts, man.
That's
They
awesome,
really
man.
are.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. That's all I gotta say. Because man, it's if it wasn't for folks like you, stuff like this wouldn't be possible. So to me, it's like, I mean, I'm the only one clapping, but still, it's like,
Well, I lost my clap button, guys. And don't wait, penicillin isn't going to fix that clap, guys. I'm just letting you know. It's not happening.
whoa.
Exactly. Yeah, I was waiting. Someone was going to make that comment, and I was going to say try penicillin. So we'll just jump the shark on that one.
Let's get it out of the way.
Yeah, that's why I like going to the store, because sometimes you're there, and when you're not there, there's a couple new guys that have come in
Yeah.
that seem to be really cool, that talk. The one guy's a little heavier set. I can't remember his name.
Tanner.
He's super cool in my opinion.
Oh, he's so laid back. He's chill. I
Yeah,
love him to death. He's great.
yeah, he's super cool. Of course, I've known the owners for years. I like going in there because I come in there so often. I'm kind of I know the other guys that might come in or
Yeah.
that. I forget the one guy. He's always in there. He's buying and selling like me, trading this in to get this and that. Rides a Harley. Because we ran into him at the Harley dealership, and he goes, "Oh, I'm going over to Shenandoah Music." I said, "Okay, we're going over too." It's a community,
Yeah.
and you can get in there and you can hang out, and they don't really say anything to me. I can go in and just kind of look around the store, check out what's going on.
Yeah.
To me, that's the fun part.
Well, the part that made me, because I remember when he asked for me to start, working for him full time, doing the repairs and such. And before I started doing it full time, I worked in the auto collision industry. I was in there for 12 years, and I've known the guys forever. I've known them for a very long time, and it's the amount of respect I have for Matt and Jason Stroh-Snyder that
Right.
kind of said, you know what, I'm going to hang up this portion of my career, and this is going to be my main focus. And don't get me wrong, I love instrument repairs, and it was tough in the beginning, trying to make a living. I ain't gonna lie, it's tough. It's a tough field to get going in. But those two guys, they're so honest and genuine that like say Matt Stroh-Snyder being the business owner, it's hard to find guys like him, especially that operate a business. Because a lot of guys, they'll do anything to make a dollar. Not him. It's
Yeah.
he does it the honest way, and I have a lot of respect for that. And come from companies I've worked for before that wasn't like that. It's great having them around.
I think he was kind of on the fence with me at first because I took a long vacation from guitar, and Linnell really told me. She said you really need to start playing again.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
Lauren
start
tells
I
me the
started
same.
coming back into Shenandoah Music, and I'm talking price point, map price,
Mm-hmm.
vendor stuff, and I think at first they were kind of like, and then I'm like, well, they knew me from the
Yeah.
Roger days when they were just employees coming in helping,
Yeah.
and I don't think they knew really how to take me,
Yeah.
because there's like, well, we haven't seen you in like 12 years. And I think now they understand that I'm just infatuated with guitars and I love playing.
Yeah.
And I know, my place, and I don't play out live anymore, so this is my avenue.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
There was a side of me at one time said, well, I'm a failed musician because I'm not in a band and I'm not playing out. but in the same token, I'm doing this, and I see you guys coming in each week. I no longer have that feeling that this is kind of what I do now, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
No, I get that 100%.
And I look at how things are now in bars playing and the trouble and what we were talking about having to play quiet and just knowing the people that's dedicated. How many bands I was in that I would learn all these songs, come to band practice like, okay, I'm ready to learn the song. It's like, no, you're here to play and rehearse it together.
This is rehearsal, not practice.
You should already learn the song. And I got so frustrated with that. I just said, I'm not playing in any more bands for that reason.
I've kind of, honestly, it's funny because your story is kind of exactly the same as mine. I got tired of constantly wasting, I hate to say wasting time, but it almost feels like it. But,
oh. Thank you. Potentially works.
Nice. But yeah, as would learn a ton of songs, or even write. And then somehow, for whatever stupid reason, and it's usually a stupid reason, the band falls apart, and you're like, "Oh, great!"
The drummer just started doing the other guitar player's girlfriend or something.
Well, it's funny you said that because one band I was in, and I love jamming. These guys were cool, and then that came out. And I was like, yep, this is over. It's like, this ain't going to happen no more. And sure enough, the band disbanded.
The last group that I was in, and I knew they smoked marijuana. Mm-hmm. And this was, I don't know, 15 years ago. And I knew the lead guitar player, and my singer, James, went up, and they had it. Get there within 10 minutes, they got a Frisbee.
Yeah.
Okay. This Frisbee is like this with marijuana. It's like a mountain on top. Okay. We play for 3 hours. When I go to leave, they're scraping the Frisbee.
Oh my gosh.
They smoked that whole Frisbee. And not just that, there was like a whole case of beer and a jack. And I'm sitting there going, these guys are hard. And none of them were drunk, or alcohol was like water to them.
Oh, wow.
And marijuana was like me smoking cigarettes.
Oh, man.
Those guys, I sat back and I played with them for about 6 months.
Yeah.
I just couldn't hang with it.
Man.
At the time, everyone here kind of knows I'm a recovering alcoholic and drug user because I played music. So I drank a lot and I did a lot of drugs. And I'm sitting there, and it's so hard not drinking or doing that once you've been down that road. So I was just like, I can't be around this.
I get it. Yeah.
I had a professional career. I wasn't going to let music, well, we're not going to say music. I wasn't going to let that association mess up my professional for having fun. So it's hard. So that's why I was saying I think this is a pretty cool way of doing it.
It really is, and especially what makes it really cool is just the community in general. Because I feel like we all have we all have a story, which is to me is just.
I feel we just kind of scratched the surface on yours. You're not letting the whole cat out of the bag.
Oh man, man, yeah. But yeah, everybody has a story. We all have our inspirations, our ups and downs. But it's nice that we can come in as a community and be able to still enjoy this. Right. We're not out there playing in front of a million people or nothing like that. But we still have this love, this fascination, and we just continue to move forward with it.
Right.
To me, that's the beauty of it.
I can see that. We were talking about doing a MusicNGear picnic this year. Trying to get people together to have hot dogs, hamburgers, cool. Bang on some acoustics.
Yeah.
So we're looking into it. I don't think Renee's in the chat tonight, but Renee, he's a project manager for a housing complex. It's like an apartment complex.
Okay.
And they have a park with I I don't know what you call them. It's the roof-covered roof buildings that with the poles, just like at the park with the
Yeah.
picnic tables. He said we were more than welcome to come down there and just take over the park
That'd be awesome.
for the day. So if you guys are interested in doing, I know we got people from California all the way to Israel and Australia,
Oh, cool.
from Michigan down to Florida. So it would be kind of hard, but I think the local people from North Carolina, South Carolina, all the way up to New York, I think they would come down for something like that. It would be kind of cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
It'd be fun too.
We can ask Matt to DJ for us. Bring his band down.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, let's do that.
I've never heard them.
They're actually good.
I know they're good because
You know.
I watch them play at the store and I'm like,
Yeah.
This cat can play.
I feel bad because I don't get out a whole lot,
Yeah.
so I don't really get to see. I haven't seen them perform much, but maybe I think 2 or 3 times maybe. And every time I watch them, I'm like, man, they're good.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
like,
he'll sit there and plug on the guitar a little bit and he backs off and I'm like, dude, you might as well not hide it. I could tell you know how to play that freaking thing. Just light it up.
and the thing is too, like they're like singing. I mean, the way they do their whole stage. I mean, it's just a good show.
It's a good show.
Yeah, it's just fun. It's I want to say a little pretty much laid back and it's entertaining. It's like it's pretty.
Well, that's the key. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they get invited back.
Mm-hmm.
Because he said, well, we're playing here again. We're playing. That means you're doing it right. If they're having you back
Yeah.
and back and back and his place, and you've got that track record, people know you,
Yeah.
people like you, that means you're doing something right.
'Cause I know they play the box office in Strasbourg a lot.
Box office.
I think it's box office brewery. I think it is up there.
Right.
If I'm thinking the right name, yeah. No, I feel like they maybe have something going on in Brightbox. I could be wrong. I'm not trying to get
Who-
misinformation out there.
Who was the big band playing locally, hon, that was coming up here soon? That you just said something about?
I can't remember.
Yeah, her mic is doing some really strange things. Hopefully
It's
our mics
been
don't sound that bad.
Acting weird all night.
Yeah. It might be your switch. She's got a mute switch, and I think her switch is going bad, guys. We did hook it back up. It seemed like it was working. So we may have to do away with her switch. All right, guys. Well, we are at the 2 hour and 13 mark. I want to thank everyone for coming in. And if anyone has any last minute things for Brian, please speak now.
Now's the time to shoot it.
Now's the time to shoot. I'm sure we're going to ask Brian back. Now, it'll be up to Brian whether or not he comes back, but hopefully he'll come back. And you guys can leave some messages if you like this kind of content. Maybe we can work out a show with Brian and we can make this a regular thing.
Yeah, I'd love to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is fun.
Yeah. It's guitar stuff, man.
How can you
It
not
was-
have fun?
It was Jackal.
Jackal!
Oh, wow.
Jackal's
That is a
coming
band I
local.
haven't heard in forever.
Yeah. Jackal's badass, man. What is it? Jackal was awesome. We did a bunch of Jackal songs back in the day. I guess that's showing my age. Let me see what we got here, guys. I mean, Jackal's got to be, how old would that be now?
Oh, my gosh. 60s?
Yeah, he's got to be in
Probably
his
mid-late
60s.
60s, I would think.
I mean, guys, the bands that we grew up on, you got to think, when we were in high school, they were already in their late 20s.
Yeah.
So these cats are getting up in age now. So if you get the opportunity to go out and watch these bands, you better go see them. I heard some people getting all upset about Rush, the Rush content. I watched the Rush tune when they played with the female drummer. Did Geddy Lee hit all the notes? No, I think
Mm-mm.
the dude's like 70 or something.
Yeah.
It's Rush though. It's Alex License. The dude can still play. Getty can still play the bass. And no, she's not Neil Peart, but she's a hell of a drummer. you know, I just loved watch them play the songs. Do what I'd rather see him with Neil. Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
But that's what we got right now. Is AC/DC even doing it? I don't know if they still tour anymore or not.
I haven't heard anything on it.
Yeah. So guys, you need to get out, go check out some local. There's so many bands out there, local talent. Go out, check out your local talent, see what's going on, and don't forget, go check out your local music store. Again, want to give a plug to Shenandoah Music. Without those guys, we wouldn't be able to give the guitar giveaways that we do because they give us a discount on that kind of stuff.
Jupe
So
said, Avery, hand the guitar to Brian. Let's hear him play too.
you want to hit it?
I'm more of a bass player,
Oh,
but I'll do it.
let the bass player play guitar. I think we got to do the. Do you like high gain? That's what it's on.
Ooh, where's that? There we go. I'm trying to fill out this pickup. These are cool. I can't get that picture. That's all I got.
Yeah, these pickups I like. I like them because they've got a little bit of an attack to them.
They got a nice crunch.
Well, I'm still working on it. I just started using the Line 6, so this is kind of scratchy sounding. I got the harmonics to where they come through. But it's still got a little bit. It's just like almost like there's a blanket over the cabinet kind of sound.
Yeah.
I'm still working on it. Believe it or not, where is it at? That little Yamaha amp,
Yeah.
dude, you come out of the headphone jack right into the mixing board. It sounds phenomenal.
And Brian
It really does.
VH5150 said, hey, Brian, what's your thoughts on stainless steel frets? I like them.
It's a
Stainless steel frets. You like them or not like them?
It's a catch-22. So I don't like the sound of them. That's the best way I could put it. There's something about a stainless steel fret. It's just there's something about it. It's almost like it's got a little bit of a higher.
I think it's a higher pitch.
The benefits that you get from it, I'm not sure if I feel that it really is worth it. Is that so to speak? Now, if you tear through frets a lot, then I would say go with stainless steel. If you don't, like say for example, it takes me years to wear down my frets because I play with the light hand. So there's really no sense for me to put them in.
Playing my Peavey, I probably put 10 years on that guitar, and I played a lot.
Yeah.
Now, granted, they're shot.
Yeah.
It probably needed it in 7.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of playtime.
Yeah.
Wicked Fester said they're tool eaters.
They're what?
They are.
Tool eaters.
And string.
Right.
And they'll eat through your strings faster too.
Yes. And that brings me NYXLs. I was using those for a while, and I thought they were tearing up my frets, and I stopped using them. What's your thoughts, Steve? Have you heard that?
I've never used the NYXLs because I went from just the standard Dario, whatever, and I moved to the XSs when they came out.
Right.
So
That's what that has on it. XS.
so as far as playtime on the NYXL, I had I couldn't say either way.
Right.
But I don't know. It's something for me to keep an eye on, though.
I just noticed it because I had set it up to where we were getting 3 packs of strings every month,
Yeah,
and that's the string I picked. So I was putting them on everything. Everything got NYXLs. And I just started noticing a lot of fret wear. And I've got a lot of different guitars.
yeah,
And when I'm looking at fret wear on a guitar that I've played for 2 months, I'm like, what's changed?
yeah.
I put NYXLs on it.
Hmm.
And then I went to a different brand. I would do a fret polishing on a guitar
Yeah,
and put Super Slinkies on it. And I'm like, okay, these are staying nice.
yeah.
Put the NYXLs on 6 months later, that looks like my polish job is gone.
Yeah,
And it should polish the fret,
yeah,
not scratch it.
yeah,
The string should eventually, that's why they say you've broken in the frets,
yeah.
because it should get smooth and slinky after the
Yeah.
strings break them in, but it would get scratchy feeling.
Huh.
So that was just what I found. I don't know if there's any, that was just what I was seeing.
I got a few clients that always go with the NYXLs, so I'll start keeping my eye out, see if I notice any changes in their instruments.
Yeah, look at the top edge of the fret.
Yeah.
That's where I saw it. Especially if I did a polish on it,
Mm-hmm.
I would look at it 2 or 3 months later, or when I put the next set of strings on, I'm like, how come these frets didn't hold the polish?
Mm.
And I'm looking at another guitar that I got, like I said, Super Slinkies on it, and I'm like, frets still look shiny.
Mm.
But the NYXLs, it was just something I started. So I literally, and I've got look, there's a freaking box of them. I got these darn things everywhere.
Got a giveaway.
Yeah, we might start. I literally probably have 40 sets of NYXLs here. Might have to start doing a giveaway. All right, guys, I want to thank everyone for coming into the stream tonight, guys. If you like this kind of content, please leave us a detailed message. Come back, leave us a message in the YouTube window, and then any suggestions that you guys have that you feel is going to make the stream better. I do realize we had some popping noises tonight. Hopefully it wasn't as bad as our test stream that we just did. I am going to fix it. If I can't get it in the next week, we will be reintroducing the AG08 again, just to get over the popping noises until I can afford to either update my computer or nail down what's actually causing the problem. But again, guys, I want to thank everyone for coming into the stream. If you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing. If you did notice you didn't have to subscribe to chat, I want you to come in, chat with a group. They're great people here. We're all guitar players and music lovers, and we all have opinions. So here I want you to come in and share your opinion and have a conversation with the other people in the chat, and then post a question.
Devastator said he hasn't heard any popping tonight.
Hasn't heard any popping tonight.
Ooh, maybe something.
Correct.
Correct.
I'm not going to say no, because I did a test stream and I know part of it is still there.
And Kurt said, "Great show. Good night, all. No pops on my end. Sounds great."
Oh, thank you. Well,
That's awesome.
I did do some moving around on the power cables, and I isolated a ground loop issue that may have been there. So,
And most everyone said, "Thank you, Brian, for coming to the show."
Oh no, I really appreciate it. I appreciate you all hanging out with us, and like I say, come back up if you all have any questions. Just keep them back in your minds, and I'm more than happy to answer anything you throw out there.
yeah. Well, I'm going to talk to Brian. Let's see what we can get set up, guys. And again, tell other people about the show. The more people that come in, the more interaction there is. It just brings up more conversations.
Mhm.
That's what it's about. It really is. And this guy's been doing tech work for a long time. So there's a lot of stories there, and there's a lot of problems that he's run into that he's had to resolve.
Mm-hmm.
All that is helpful information. Just like when I have a problem, I always go, why is he talking about that again? because someone might be having that problem, and I wanted to let someone know what I found it was or what I did to fix it. You know, to have that kind of knowledge and to be able to share it, that is priceless information. It really is, guys. It's priceless. All right, thank you so much, guys. And we're going to do our typical ending window. And no, I don't have a squirrel because I haven't worked on it, but we're going to do our 5-minute ending window. That allows you guys to say goodbye to everybody and post any comments that you want. Don't forget, come back and post in the actual video comment section. That pushes the video out for other people to discover the channel. If you gave a super chat, thank you so much. That's what really funds the channel so we can do our next giveaway. And I'll see everybody Saturday night. So I got to make sure I hit the right button here. I think we're at, it's Thursday night ending scene. I think it's this one. Thanks, guys. Later.